You know, this is my life right here. This is my life right here. No matter what I do, I just can't hit the effing center. But damn, like I can't hit a center of a simple with arch. Oh god. Life sucks sometimes. What is up, YouTube? I am Reactor of All. You know, a lot of people can feel like you just can't accomplish what your goals are. You can't, you just miss it a little bit. You can't find that center. You can't find the sweet spot to where you gain all the success that you want, whether it's doing better on a test, whether it's acceptance from, you know, friends or family, or to gain friends, you know, whether it's something in your career. Personally, I have had a lot of struggles in the past with, you know, getting the grades I want, getting the achievements in life that I want. I mean, I can't even hit in the center, you know. One thing I learned from archery is that I'm just, you know, I'm shooting over and over again, and it's just not happening. You shoot your shots, you know, in life, and it just sometimes it just doesn't work out. Sometimes it doesn't matter, and that can be very disheartening. And I understand that, because in my, you know, my career, there have been a lot of ups and downs. You can't back down after one day. You can't back down after a week. You can't, you know, you can't surrender to that bad moment. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you feel like you've been doing the same thing for a long time. Like if you feel like you're a professional, like trying to make new friends or trying to talk to people, but it just doesn't work out for whatever reason. You can't let that discourage you. Personally, if you feel like it keeps bogging you down, you know, if you feel like you want to just give up on, you know, making new friends, if you want to give up on your career, if you want to give up on, I don't know, being around a particular person, or whatever it is, whatever you want to give up on, one thing that you should consider, you know, is to seek help, you know, because maybe you actually want, you know, maybe there's something big in the way of your dream and it's really messing with you, whether it's personal or not. You know, whether that means you need a therapist, whether you need a psychiatrist. I personally endorse those things, or support that idea. And you shouldn't be afraid of, you know, seeking help. You shouldn't be afraid of seeking help. Whatever it takes to help you keep shooting that shot until you hit the center, until you hit whatever it is your goal is in life. You know, you just got to keep fighting, because it's going to keep weighing on you. It's going to keep weighing on you, not, you know, just missing the marks. It's like my third day here too. Like I should be a master by now, you know? Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be a master of anything in 3 days. Anything that's probably worth getting, unless you have a natural talent for it. You know, things that, like in college, you know, years of classes or a semester of a class, you're not going to master everything in 3 days unless you had some prior experience. That one.
Exact same as the very first one, straight low.
You know, sometimes when you're doing like a, you know, like a math problem, or you're doing a problem in school, like a multiple choice exam or whatever, you know, you feel like you keep getting the same wrong answer. You know, and you just got to get on that grind. You know, you can't let that get to you. You can't. Sometimes I have let those kinds of things get to me, because, you know, you do 40 questions of something in particular, and then I suck. You know, you're not alone in that. You're not alone in feeling like you're inadequate. You're not alone in feeling like you're incompetent, you know. But, you know, there's always going to be someone, almost always, 99% of the time, maybe even more, a higher percentage than that. There's going to be someone worse off than you are. There's going to be someone that you look at and it's like, you know what? Maybe I don't have it so bad. Maybe I will get on my grind. Maybe you don't see that person right now, or maybe they don't present themselves to you saying, oh my god, I suck at this, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, my archery skills over there is crappy. At the end of the day, it's like, there are people worse than me. There are people worse than me, probably people who've never done archery, granted, you know, maybe someone who's on their first day. Well, actually that happened. There was someone on his first day next to me. It was later that day, it wasn't recorded. But he was hitting his like almost dead center. He was hitting it like in the red, at least. whereas I'm like not doing very good at all. But anyway, but yeah, you know, there's gonna be someone better than you, there's gonna be someone worse than you, odds are, you know. And when you keep that in perspective, you know, I would work so that, or I would recommend that, you know, you should work to get the best that you can out of the day. You know, don't give up. Don't, just because you shoot a shot and it doesn't work out, you know, just take the next shot, and the next shot, and the next shot, and the next shot, until you hit your center. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot a few.
And sometimes, like, oh man, you know, you shoot your shot and you just hit it left field, like just way out of bounds. I don't know if you saw the arrow that I tried to put, and like there was barely like a shadow, a shadow that was there and then wasn't there anymore. That was one of my, that was one of my shots. That was one of my shots. But you know, it's not that I gave up afterwards. Some people miss more than others, and maybe I'm one of the more. Some people miss more. I'm one of the some. I'm one of the some.
That's all right.
Maybe it'll be better for the video.
But one thing that when things go wrong, there's a mature like coping mechanism, and that's humor. You know, you gotta be able to laugh at yourself when something goes wrong. Like when you do something wrong, like you were subpar in something, you weren't doing so good in something. You gotta be able to laugh at yourself and just, you know, move forward. You gotta be able to, you know, learn from it. Not, you know, take it so that it destroys you, not that so it takes you over and you ruminate about it, and then it becomes something entirely different to where it's like more negative and interferes with your day even more than it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just keep shooting your shot. You know, eventually the more practice you have with whatever it is, whether it's medicine, whether it's sports, whether it's talking to girls, whether it's I don't know, something in your job, some element of your job. You know, the more you go at it, the more you practice at it, the more conditioned you're going to be to conquer whatever it is that's holding you back in the first place. I still suck, you know, but it's getting better. It's getting better. You know, you fight hard enough, you fight long enough, and eventually you're going to hit the center of your target.
Off of yellow, man.
You know, and you're gonna be so proud. You're gonna be, you know. I'm so awesome. Post this on my thing. Oh yeah, just gotta put that all in there. Just gotta put that all in there. YouTubers won't believe me. The people of YouTube must know that I am awesome. I'll get the other one later. But they need to know. My parents need to know. My family needs to know. I'm gonna take a selfie. Now, was that cringe? Most likely. Perhaps. Was it scripted? Hell no. I just kind of like, oh, let me do some kind of emotion. The dancing, that was all like, yeah, I actually felt pretty good, you know? So, but anyway. You know, when you work something at it and when it punches you in the face, knocks you out, you get back up over and over and over again, and, you know, the fight finishes and you come out being the successful one. There's no better feeling. There's no better feeling. Especially if it's something that you want, especially when it's something that's been inside you for a while, you know, the pursuit of something, whether it's something in your work, something in whatever. So you keep shooting those shots, you keep hitting, you keep missing. I'm not exactly awesome, you know, I'm not exactly, you know, great with shooting or anything like that, but you know, people have their good days, people have their bad days, but the more you go at it, the more good days you're going to have with whatever it is you're trying to do. One last thing. You know, sometimes you can also have tunnel vision. Sometimes you need to kind of find a different approach to your situation, whether it's like you keep getting that question wrong or you keep misunderstanding that topic. You know, if you're just reading a book, maybe you should talk to a friend. Maybe you should talk to someone else who understands it. Maybe you should watch a YouTube video. Watch a YouTube video about the subject and, you know, see if you can get more information. You know, the point is to, you know, the pursuit of whatever it is you want, odds are, is not going to be a straight line 100% of the time. You know, sometimes you need to kind of like go this way, you know, go this way and talk to, you know, learn this way instead of what you're used to. Sometimes you need to talk to these people instead of just doing it yourself. You know, things like that. Don't get too discouraged. You know, if you just keep the fuel in the fire, you got what it takes. You got what it takes to do whatever it is you want. You feel the need to do. You know, but you gotta really want it. You know, you can't just, you know, it's one thing to like study for 7 hours or 8 hours or whatever and be like exhausted for the day. You know, it's one thing to feel like that, but it's another thing entirely to just be so discouraged or to be so tired that you can't study for more than 3 hours, or that you can't study for even 1 hour. You know, and I'm guilty of this. So don't let anything hold you back, because odds are.
Let me just move this a little bit. Let me take this one out. Yes! There's more than one way to hit the center of a target.
I am Reactor of All. Please like and subscribe.